Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. How are you guys doing? How are you lovelies? Let's, make sure to grab some boiling hot tea or the frozen, like to the point where you get that brain freeze type of tea. Make sure it's patty. Make sure it has at least a spoonful of patty. Because a spoonful of patty helps the memories go round. Let's go. Because okay, throughout my over 600 episodes, which catch up, I spill a lot of tea. I tell my truth from many perspectives, but I have expressed how politics matter. It matters with family members. And that's one thing I don't get. Like, men, they keep asking the question, what do politics have to do with dating? You're not mature enough if you're really going to have that as a standard. You're stupid. Oh, that just shows that you're an idiotic, closed minded person. How can you be open minded, but you refuse to date a Republican? Hmm. Well, look what's happening now. Look what's happening now. A lot of women are leaving their MAGA men, right? I have the common sense to make sure I don't get into that situation. And yes, I second guess or I kind of wonder the kind of men that gaslit me and blackmailed me into the relationships. Sometimes I kind of wonder, especially about Mr. Lakaki. Did he feel like he had to gaslight me and blackmail me because he knew that I would never want anything to do with him? I would never want to marry him. Oh, yeah, go back to the wedding envelope episode. But I did not want to date him. And when I broke up with him, he would not give me what he owed me because he knew as soon as he paid me back, I would never want anything to do with him again. And at the same time, he was such an awful, terrible person. He was looking up his middle school sweetheart while blackmailing me for my money. And so once he found her, huh? I mean, yeah, go back. Let's talk about it. But some of you men, like some men, you complain about not being able to find a woman or a good woman or a compatible woman or just a woman, period, because you want that feminine attention or you feel like you're owed. You feel like you deserve that female attention, but you have no personality. You might have muscle, you might have a six pack, but you have no personality. You are not capable of having her laugh or have emotions sporadically. Like no. Oh, and if she does, then you try to say she's too emotional when the only emotion you're proud of is anger. It's like, yeah, but that's an emotion. But a lot of you men don't want to admit it. And then some of you are so unstable because other than being nonchalant and anger, you don't know how to carry on with any other type, or you don't know what to do with it when you do, or you're ashamed of it, or you think that feminizes you. Oh, but then you wonder why you have a hard time getting into a relationship. I just think it's kind of entertaining because I keep finding videos. I keep finding videos about women leaving their MAGA Republican men. And throughout this episode, I'm going to show some of the screenshots that I've shown, some of them so many times. But also, I'm going to have a link to my Patreon because, yeah, throughout the year since I had a few before November of 2022, but I have so many since November of 2022. And I just uploaded some new ones today on Patreon, and I have hundreds more to go. But I can show the proof of why it's not that. Okay, especially for women like myself, because there are conservative women who should be dating a conservative guy. And the thing is, why do so many conservative men keep matching with me, or they keep telling me that I'm so dumb that I'm not interested in dating them, or that I am supposed to date someone like them, or that they are going to set me straight, or they're going to teach me how to be a real woman? If you want a real woman, in your opinion, go get her. If I don't meet those standards, then especially I don't meet their standards, but then they don't meet mine, but then they tell me I am not supposed to have standards. When you tell me that I'm dumb for being a Democrat, I don't meet your standards, then move on, leave me alone. When you tell me that other than a Mrs. degree, I wasted my time and I should have just went to school to find a husband, I don't meet your standards. Leave me alone. When I say that I want a man that has money invested, but then you call me a gold digger, a money grubber, and all this other stuff, or stuck up bougie and stuff. But the thing is, I am tired of men using me for what I have worked hard on. And I'm trying to save for a house. I'm trying to pay my student loans. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to keep and get an even higher credit score. I'm doing what I have to do. But then a lot of men, first they get mad at me for investing, but then they try to figure out a way to get what I have. Mm, yeah. Isn't that right, Mr. No Heart? Isn't that right, Mr. Lakake? Especially Mr. Lakake. I couldn't leave my purse alone with him, or I would have like white men missing from my wallet. He would kidnap the white men from my wallet. Yeah, no problem doing that. And because then when I would never keep my purse alone in a room with him, he would get mad at me. You don't trust me? How do you? Because you stole from me before. Can you prove it? Wow. Wow. I don't know. It's just, especially over the last few years, being single and meeting men who either lied that they were okay that I had a disability, but they more just wanted my physical features, and or they wanted to just meet me to see if I was real because they thought I was catfishing them, and or they had to see what did I have to offer. Because for me to have the standards that I have, which aren't even that, it's not much. I mean, and then so many men, including black men, tell me that I can't meet any of my standards on my list, even though my list is based off of everything men hate about me, or at least majority of the things men hate about me. Yeah, there's others, because, yeah. Because investing money, so many men, especially Caucasian, colonizing men, yeah, the privileged men, yeah, the men who this country was built and made for them, and my ancestors had to fight for their right to be treated like they were humans here. Until this day, we are still fighting for our rights and things. It's still not fair, but they don't want it to be fair, which is one reason why now they're backtracking and trying to build all these barriers, because they want it to be back to how it was from the beginning. They don't want it to be fair. They don't want us to have a chance at anything. They want the American white dream. They thought the American dream was just for them, right? But anyway, A lot of them are upset because now their ladies are leaving them. And for some reason, a lot of those men were trying to talk to me. And yeah, they're in the screenshots. I show the evidence and I mention it in some of the descriptions. Because so many times it's like I'm a Trump supporter, but that doesn't mean we can't date. That doesn't mean I can't be interested in you. That doesn't mean we can't talk. You're still a beautiful one. Okay, I can be ugly, beautiful, average, whatever. You can be handsome, average, ugly, whatever. But what's in your mind? And it's like I said this last episode, but I'm going to say it a lot more often. What is in your mind? I'm a sapiosexual, so that's really important to me. But as I live life, as things go forward, and like I want to be able to have conversations and deep conversations with guys. And through this presentation, yeah, I think I'm showing one of the guys who were like, "You're a Democrat. That means you can't have deep conversation." It's like, okay, all right. You're one of the fools that voted for the orange man, but you're saying I can't have deep conversation. I can have deep enough conversation to know that he was going to do majority of the stuff he's doing right now, and that he's trying to do even worse, and that the first time he was in office he learned his lesson because so many people refused to do what he said. So that's one reason why he wasn't able to do some of the things he wished that he could already do because people refused, people ignored him. But some of you guys didn't even pay attention to that. Some of you are too busy. He's a Christian. He's a Christian. He never lies. He lied to his wives. He doesn't lie. He lied to, like, how many women did he lie to? Oh, and the people he hired. He lied to them too because he didn't pay them. He doesn't lie. Really. A man who admitted in one of his, I'm mentioning a lot of the same things but in different perspectives. But a lot of you colonizing men love this orange man so much because he's everything you wish you could be. You want the power, you want the money, you want to be able to either cheat on your girlfriends or wives and have no like repercussions or consequences from it. You want her to be trapped and not be able to file for divorce. So right now some of you men are paying the consequences because some women realize what might be happening. They realize that they might be stuck in a relationship, in a toxic one, that some of them didn't realize they were in until recently, which is very concerning, but that's a different subject for a different day. But it's just really interesting how many of the men have written me and the awful, terrible things they have written me. Called me out my name so many times, but these are Christian men, right? Oh, right. I doubt it. It's like some of these men say they're Christian, but I'm just like, the only thing you love about the Bible is that it gives you authority over the other gender and it gives you power and things that because other than the religion, a lot of these men have nothing. They might try to blame immigrants, they might try to blame black people, they might try to blame anything and everything else, but it's a lot of times their own laziness. It's like watching Mr. No Heart and Mr. Lockakey. It's their laziness. They like, and that's the funny thing, they try to call black people lazy. Like throughout those relationships I was working, like, so like, yes, I got, like, oh yeah, I told you the story about the moon business. Yeah. Uh-huh. Or I was like, yeah, it's like I forgot the whole title, but I remember I said it was something with the moon. So there was a point where, I mean, I was still working, but it was working on my grad school, trying to finish my second master's. But my ex, I had to return, like, yeah, remember the episode where I'm returning the stolen items to his jobs. I'm having like his boss, I like at another job because they. Do you know how many jobs he stole from? I started just realizing Next time a boss comes up to me and asks me if he stole, just silently nod or ask for the business card so you can call later. So to make sure he doesn't try to damage me. Because there were a couple times he tried to threaten me. A couple times. Normally he would threaten to either punch walls or even my car, like damage my car or do certain things to it or whatever. Yeah, yeah. But he was so lazy. He was absolutely late, like, because he just thought that if anyone else had anything nice of or of value, it should be his. Since he found it in your vehicle, he should be able to take it. Yeah, because he worked one job where he was doing car detailing, and it was just really disgusting how he would come home and show me the things he found. And then even when he was doing the oh no, I forgot what you call it, but with cars when you're melting the metal and stuff, yeah, he knows how to do that. And so he had that job. And I was like, okay, you're getting your life together. You have a job. Thank goodness. But then he was still like, oh, the owner pulled me to the side one day. And at first, I didn't really think much of it. But then he asked me, do you know if he steals? And this is like within the first year or whatever of him blackmailing me to date him. So I'm still kind of dodging him at points. So I don't see him as much. Because, yeah, it wasn't until later where he threatened to punch holes in the wall or he would drive around to see if he could find my car. So then I had to see him more often because he said if he found my car, then at one of the either fast food places where I would do my homework or whatever, he would go back there and do something. Yeah, what a healthy relationship, right? And this is a man who would put down Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks, saying that they weren't really heroes and that they were just cowards, or they, like, I think he said like Rosa Parks was stuck up because why couldn't she just sit in the back? It's like all the seats are the same, so it's like it was fair that way. Yeah, yeah. But then when I called him racist, then he like I forgot what he did something that night. And I remember he already told me that I better stay at his house or he was going to do something to himself. So I already called my parents to say I wasn't coming home that night. But after what he tried to do, I got into my car and drove in the back of a gas station and slept that night. Yeah, because I didn't want to go home. And yeah, but I remember, yeah. But it's like he had no problem trying like dating me, but then if you remember that, yeah, well, I've said so much already that now come like with this episode, if you just remember some of the information I've said, his stepmom, she was so upset with me getting my education, calling me the N word without hesitation. Oh, she hated me because I was a black woman getting an education and bettering myself. She hated me. I mean, one time she even kind of like the youngest daughter of Mr. No Heart. She hated me, and I'm just like, I've never done anything to you guys, but it shows why some or the MAGA women get so upset when black women say we don't trust you. Yeah, we don't trust you. Because you guys are conniving, awful, terrible, cold hearted, despicable people. No, we don't trust you. But a lot of these men are upset now. because a lot their girlfriends are leaving them. So I just recommend, yeah, look at the screenshots, look at the images and the proof that I have. A lot of these men are mad that their women are leaving them, but a lot, like some of these men want to treat women like property. And even viewing some of the baby reveals, when you see how upset a man is when he finds out he has a daughter, if he feels that way about having a daughter, what does he think of you? It kind of shows that he only wants you for one thing. And yeah, look through the screenshots because some of the men even tell me that I am only of one use. It's like it doesn't matter what my politics is because they only want me for one thing. That's what some of them even say. And some of them are black too. So it's kind of fun. Like, and that's one reason why sometimes I talk about the 92% of us black ladies. And I don't, sometimes I just don't feel like mentioning the 85% because some of that 85% hates black women. They put down black women. They dehumanize black women, or they say we're not good enough, even though we're fighting the same battles and the women's battle, a battle they will never understand. And at the same time, they want to put us down and lower us or say that we're not good, and or even when it comes to dating, it's like some black men feel like if they can get a white woman that will show that they're better, kind of like the Hispanic, like, yeah, the Hispanic and the black community, yeah, black men and Hispanic men do that, but just a coincidence, just a coincidence. It's just it's just interesting because a lot of these MAGA men were putting me down over the years and kept telling me that I don't know how to date, that I am so stupid to be vaccinated. Because that's another one of my standards, but it's really funny. Like, okay, if you want a woman that's not vaccinated, I am not your type. And if you don't like my standards that much, why don't you just keep going? Some of these guys typed like essays, typed full on essays, spent some like how I know you couldn't have copied and pasted that unless so many women are not interested in you that's you had enough time to type this out, because telling me what a man will allow, what a man wants, what a man demands, telling me that a woman is only supposed to like look beautiful and we don't need to be smart or educated, telling a woman that she just needs to stay home and she has no business investing or starting a business because that's not what women are made to do. Yeah. And or saying that they will never vote for a woman to be in a leadership role because they don't have the brain power or the leadership roles in order to do that. But then they expect me to want to date them, but they see women just as like they like kind of like three-fifths human. They still see women basically as three-fifths human. They think so little of us. They degrade us so much. And if they cheat on us, they think it's okay. But if we do it, there's something wrong with us. We are an awful person. Or they can leave us with the kids as a single mom. But if the woman leaves them, oh no, a travesty. And oh, that woman's no good. But even back to the vaccinations, it's just crazy how many men got upset that I only date men who have been vaccinated. Because I don't want to hear that garbage all the time. Like, oh, well, it's like in this Republican study or this Republican said that you guys are all going to pass away by 2028. Enjoy your years. Yes, someone wrote me that. Oh, well, you're stupid enough, or you're R word. You're an R word because you got vaccinated. Oh, well, you fell into that sheep. You're a sheep because you got vaccinated. I got COVID 3 or 4 times and it was just like a common cold. It's nothing. You're stupid for getting vaccinated. And that's just with vaccinations, but I just got started. There's so much more. So much more. Oh, and then willing to adopt these no good mega Christian, so-called Christian men putting me down for wanting to adopt and foster. I'm glad you don't have kids because you're probably going to take them to a drag show anyway. Oh, well, you want to own a business? Yeah, I'm glad you don't have kids because you're stupid enough to not want to be with your kids all day. You're going to hire a nanny. That's stupid. That's your job. But these mega men expect a liberal, progressive woman to want anything to do with them. Because why do I keep getting, or why, well, I've backed away because, yeah, it's like, I have so much proof. I might check it here and there, but I have so much proof. I have hundreds more screenshots to share. Some of them are duplicates, but it's like sometimes I email them to myself and they're on my phone. And so, yeah, so right now I'm clearing everything out. And sometimes I was preparing shows, so grouping them up. So, like with the people who have something in common, but it makes sure that you see them. A higher percent that you're going to read them, observe them, and see the nightmare of having men who are not compatible. And that's the thing, like a lot of these men are so upset when they should have been finding someone who's compatible with them. They were just looking at a woman's chest and behind in their face, that they weren't looking at, or her weight, or her height, or the length of her hair. They were looking at all of the quote unquote beauty standards. They wanted someone that would just trigger them sexually. They didn't care about anything else. Or they wanted her to be quiet and be feminine. Yeah, look up the history of the word feminine. Yeah. Yeah, look up the definition and the history of it. So many men keep telling me that I'm too beautiful and I need to learn how to be feminine. I need to be a good girl. Like, shut up. I'm not your type. Leave me alone. I'm not your type. Leave me alone. Because only certain men will be able to gain my interest, keep my interest and desire, and things like that. And have at least majority of the standards on my list because each one's for a reason. It's like men keep saying I'm dumb, but the divorce rate is 50%. At least I'm trying to be cautious and careful because Republicans are so dumb that they want to force people to get married at such a young age. You think that's going to help the divorce percentage? But oh, yeah, that's right. They want to eliminate default divorce, right? So then they want to force people to live with each other miserably, and or they're going to cheat on their spouse and behind their back. But then a part of me wonders, is polygamy going to go up? Is polygamy going to go up so that both partners can go and cheat and do it as they want to do so that then they can still be happy? You know, I don't know. I have a lot of hypotheses of the cause and effect of what's going to happen with what the Heritage Foundation and what some Republicans are trying to do. But thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.